I was on the verge of being a coon, or like I really thought I was a coon. I was like, god damn, I hate black people. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you want to fill out my channel first, go ahead and look through the videos, get the vibes. That's completely fine. I get you. You feel me? Take your time. For the returning people, you already know it's good vibes over here. You know, we talk the real truth and we say what we gotta say. Today's video, I'm actually very excited to talk about this. I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute now. I've been actually delaying this video for a while. Consistency, you know, me and her, we're trying to really work out on having a better relationship. So just be patient with me, all right? But yes, so today we're gonna be talking about, by the title, I know you're probably a little thrown off. You're probably like, what is she talking about? What's going on here? I'm about to tell y'all, so let's just get right into it. So today we're gonna be basically talking about the black experience and why it's such an issue that people perpetuate one specific black experience. By the way, excuse my voice. I know I sound a little congested, a little stuffy. Don't know what's going on, but I'm a little sicky. Don't worry, it's nothing crazy. It's not no COVID or shit, but I don't know, just the sniffles or whatever. But yeah, so just bear with me. Hopefully you forget I even said this and you don't even notice. Moving on. I think this is definitely an issue that has gotten progressively better over time, especially with social media and with how we're more like open about different types of people, and we're showing more, you know, personality types, different interests, and we're like kind of just being more of a community. I'll give credit to TikTok, honestly. I hate TikTok. It's a problematic ass app, but I mean, I don't hate it. It's a love-hate thing. But, you know, there's obviously the problematic stuff, but I feel like it did provide the, like I said, the communities where you can find people that have similar interests as you, and you're like, oh shoot, okay, I wasn't the only black girl that liked this, da. And also, I want to make sure that you guys know that in this video, I'm trying to really be careful to not perpetuate a black stereotype within this video by talking about it. It's just what I've seen personally, like the experiences that I've had, and what I grew up seeing in my town and my schools and stuff like that. So I feel like to start this off, I have to give you like honestly, like the stereotypes that we know that are like associated with black people, like in the majority, like in this country, but also again, specifically in my high school, like what it felt like the vibes were. I feel like it was a lot of the, you know, listen to rap music, listen to R&B, watching the, you know, the black movies, the ones that show up on BET every Saturday night, you know, 10 p.m. type shit. Not really taking school too seriously, kind of just doing it, just whatever. Just, you know, it was more about like, school was more about the fun and like blah, blah, which looking back, I probably wish I resonated with that more because I had a whole terrible just relationship with school and education, stuff like that. But, you know, whatever. That was what the vibe was. And back then I was really like a studious person. And then I think the worst one for me, this one just came to my mind, bro. Style, like fashion, the way you dressed, heavy on that one. Because bro, when I tell you, it was so frustrating to be around. If you weren't wearing Nikes or Jordans, literally you just weren't cool. You were just, you were average, whatever. You wouldn't necessarily get bullied. That's the one thing I guess yay, shout out to the people that I went to school with for that, I guess. You wouldn't get like bullied. It was just, yeah, you were kind of ignored. Or I mean, actually, no, that's cap. If you were wearing something that was like either off-brand or like just looked like a cheap remake or was just not it, you definitely, especially with shoes, bro, you would get the looks, you would get the laughs, you would get the giggles, and that shit was so annoying. Because it's like, number one, ain't nobody got the money to be affording a new pair of Jordans all the time. And it's like, why does that even matter? You know what I'm saying? Just the stupid basic shit that people associate with black people, even now to this day, which is a big issue in our community. I really hope that one day we are free of the shackles of Nike and Michael Jordan, because I know, yeah, style, shoes, yeah, great, but that shit does not mean anything. And it's like, okay, Jordans or Heat, Jordans or AC, Jordans or, you know, a bed. I don't know. Just things to think about. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I hope we get over that issue as a community very soon. And this is kind of like a black woman thing specifically. Your hair has to be on point, and I honestly did not even start learning how to actually do my hair, take care of my hair properly until I want to say my senior year of high school. So like, I just always felt just insecure compared to everyone else, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to put the blame on people for any of these stereotypes, because this is all shit that we've been, you know, conditioned on. Like, this is stuff that our parents told us, that their parents told them, and just cycles. But again, I'm gonna give it up to social media for kind of fixing this, because nowadays we do have more people advocating against these types of harmful stereotypes and shit like that. And we do have people like the natural hair community. Thank you for that, because it was all about the wigs, and it was all about the tracks, and it was all about the inches and looking like a baddie and stuff like that. And it was like, bro, I'm honestly just trying to go to 7th grade, learn this fucking algebra, to learn this Pythagorean theorem in bounds. I'm not here for all that, but I just felt like I had to try to keep up with that shit. Genuinely, hair, I gave up on that a while ago. I've been stopped trying to, like, I did not care. I was like, I'm gonna go to school the way my head looks. Actually, that's a cap, because that was when I got texturizer. I got texturizer in like 7th or 8th grade. Wow, I forgot about that shit. Wow. Yeah, you see, I'm all natural now though, so thank goodness for that. But yeah, bro, the pressure was real, you know what I'm saying? And those are all shit that, like, was the norm at my school, okay? And it's like, it would have been fine if people just liked what they liked and called it a day. But one, I feel like a lot of people just liked what they liked because, again, it was the cool thing to like. And two, again, with the whole bullying or like the making fun of, the slight joking, like, you wasn't getting your head shoved in a locker or in the toilet or whatever, but it was still, you know, the dirty looks and the look of less than, or just confusion that wasn't expressed as, it's one thing to be curious, and then it's one thing to be like condescending about it. Like, I would hear a lot of shit like, wow, you don't listen to that. Oh, you're not black. We've heard the you talk white, or you speak white, you act white, blah, blah, blah. You like white things. What the hell are white things? I didn't know white people owned fun. Like, and that's the thing too, it's annoying because it'd be like the fun shit. Granted, like, I didn't really get into K-pop until like high school and shit, but like that was a thing. It was like, oh, why do you listen to, like, and this is what I'm hearing from people at school, but honestly, even I'd say more so home for that. Like, it was like the, why are you listening to Chinese music, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, number one, they're Korean, but I'll go off, I guess. Just a lot of shit. In middle school, I was like a performing person. I was in theater, I was in drama club, show choir, band, chorus, all that stuff. And a lot of that feeling of otherness came from those events too, because I would go to a show choir competition and we'd be the only black school there, and then all of the schools are just completely white. You'd see like maybe one or two mixed girls, but they would belong to completely white schools, and it was just like, damn, like, all right, we don't see no one that looks like us. So we would keep to ourselves. Or like if it was the choir districts, when it was like individual people from individual schools go, it would always just be me and my one other black friend, and me and him would just be like, you know, this is fun. And it sucked because, like, obviously, like, you know, we're different parts. The guys would be like over there, whatever. So I'd literally be one black girl in a group of like 300 white girls, like, just be in the back, like, damn. It was just, yeah, you know, like that feeling of otherness. So I always kind of grew up thinking that I'm different, you know, I like different things. I'm not like the typical black person, you know what I'm saying? And that really sucks, bro. Back to the music thing, especially because music is so important to me, and I just can't even believe the fact that I ever allowed my music taste to be called into question. Music is such a personal thing, and I feel like if you even have the audacity to judge someone else's music taste, there's something really wrong with you. If music connects to you and maybe it doesn't connect to you, then that's really all that it has to be. That doesn't need to be a discussion or a conversation or why is that, like, I like it, I like it. There's translations, I can look up the lyrics, and again, like, I'm a linguist, I like to learn about this shit, so it's fun to me. I'm picking up on words, I'm picking up on phrases through the music, so it's like, why are you making that a big deal or trying to make it sound like I want to be of Asian descent, like I wish I was. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just learning Japanese and Korean, whatever. I'm learning Brazilian, Portuguese, stuff like that, like foods I'm interested in, stuff like that. It's just, I take a little bit of something from every culture, so it's like when people try to make it seem like I'm a Korea boo or like a weeb, whatever, it's like, no, that's not what's happening here at all, you know what I'm saying? So not only that, but it seems that people only make a big deal out of things when you're interested in an Asian culture. And then I feel like I have to constantly defend why I'm interested in the cultures. If I was interested in Cuban culture, would it be such a big deal? And if not, I'm genuinely sitting here asking you guys why, because I don't know, I feel like that's weird. And I don't know, I just don't get it, so that's a food for thought. But yeah, sorry, it's a little rant, but back to the music. I remember when I was younger, you know, I'd be listening to Kiss 108. First of all, Kiss 108 and Magic 106.7, those radio stations raised me, okay? They were my comfort. And I remember when I was really, really young, like, I want to say like 5th grade, probably, elementary school type shit, I was listening to Kiss 108, and then I remember being told by someone, oh, you can't listen to Kiss 108, that's white people music. You just listen to Jam 94.5. And I was like, oh, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And I really, like, I took that to the heart, and I was like, damn, all right, now I gotta listen to this shit. And it's like, it's not even like I don't like rap or whatever. Honestly, I was definitely way more into it when I was younger. But again, looking back, I'm like, is that because I genuinely liked it, or is it because I was forced into it? I liked it. Like, I liked the music. I listened to a lot of throwback music. I love rap from that time, honestly. I love a lot of R&B from that time. Those are my jams. But it was kind of forced onto me, and that's what makes me uncomfortable with it sometimes. But yeah, like, I remember I was like, okay, no more Kiss 108. And I literally remember telling this girl in my church, like, who had just moved from Haiti, she was talking about how to listen to Kiss 108. And I was like, no, you can't listen to Kiss 108. That's not black enough. She was like, but I like it. And I was like, okay, but do you like it or do you want to be like black? Like, you can't have both. So it was like, damn, like I feel bad that I could even make her feel like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, looking, I'm just like, oh, I was just so confused. Shorty, if you're watching this video, I'm so sorry, man. I hope you're still listening to Kiss 108. I hope you're vibing. I hope you're listening to Maroon 5 in your gym. It's a payphone right now somewhere. One Direction, whatever, because, girl, same. That's still me now. You know, I found my way back and I realized that I could listen to both radio stations. So, very happy about that development and that discovery. So yeah, I feel like that stage of my life lasted up until like high school, and that's when I really started to kind of work my way back to figure out who I was, and that was all due to my lovely beginning of my identity crisis my freshman year. I literally remember, I don't even know what triggered it, but I just know that one day I was sitting in an auditorium talking to this senior who was like one of my closest friends still, and I was like, dude, I really don't know who I am. I feel like I'm just a mess. Like, I don't know what I like. I don't know like if the things I like are because I genuinely like them. I was just so confused and I was just questioning everything. Little did I know it would take me like the next 5 to 6 years before I'd really have answers to that. I really just started really figuring out who I was like these past couple years in college and stuff, but hey, you know, it started there, so I'll shout out to that time of my life. But yeah, I was just very confused and I was just going back and analyzing everything. Another thing that really messed me up or kind of really had me extra confused was when in high school, that was when we started taking like honors and AP classes, and really when the division started to happen academically. To paint the picture for you clearly, my high school was definitely, I want to say like 50% black, 45% Asian, and then like the other 5% was like a few Latin people or whatever. I think we only had like 1 or 2 like white people in our whole school. Like, honestly, throughout my whole time there, probably like I have to say maybe 10, but I don't even think 10, so probably like 5 max white people total. I was in the honors and AP classes most of the time, and that tended to be the classes where most of the Asian people went to, which is a whole thing in itself, because why was the school designed like that? I think it's a product of many different things, but if you looked at like the CP, which is college prep, the lowest level, I guess, or average level, it was mostly all the black kids. Honestly, that's a product of like things that started back in the day. Like, I could get into this, but it's a whole thing about how teachers basically kind of profile from a young age, and then that sets up the kids' future basically. I think that's a whole thing that's just in our system as a country, the world, whatever. But yeah, now I always even felt like some type of weirdness or otherness from that, because I was like, damn, like, who do I think I am, like, in these honors classes, higher level classes? Do I think I'm better, blah blah blah? But it was really just, I don't know, I was really an academic person. And I know this, like, a lot of my immigrant people watching this will understand that, or kids of immigrants will get it, because a lot of us first gen, second gen, we've been getting drilled into our brain since like elementary that, you know, grades is where it's at. You have to get straight A's, you have to be good, you have to be on your shit, you know? So we didn't have that freedom, I guess, to be as laid back as, like, you know, I guess Americans in general, not just black or like white, everyone, you know? So yeah, like, that was that. When I got into high school, with, like I said, with all my interest in like the schools and like that, I just ended up being around Asian people more than I used to be. And that got me into more Asian friend groups. I already had my friend group from middle school that was all black people, all black girls. And then freshman year, that's when I started to kind of branch out. And I was still friends with them, obviously, but I also became friends with my other group of friends. And I felt so conflicted about that for a while. In the beginning, I was like, oh, this is smooth sailing, whatever. But then I remember some incident sophomore year with some girl that I'm not even friends with anymore. She was talking to someone in that group and saying how she felt hurt when I left the group. She thought that I thought I was better than them or something like that. And I was like, it never had anything to do with that. I was like, it's simply the fact that we all are in classes together, so we're talking about homework or getting closer and stuff like that. We're bonding over, again, like, most of them are also immigrant like kids, and like we're all bonding over that stuff. So it's like, I don't know, the fact that I was even being called into question for that was really confusing and upsetting for me. But yeah, so I was around my Asian friends most of the time. So here's really where the issue starts to show itself in the matter of perpetuating one black experience, one lifestyle, one way to be black. When I was getting closer to my Asian friends, and like I felt like I was being more accepted by them for all the things that I like about my interests and, you know, just whatever, I felt like I was being pushed away by the black people. It was, you know, invalidating of who I was as a person. And then that, honestly, that's where the title comes from. That's when I started to be like, you know what, frick the black people. I wasn't saying that, but that's what I was feeling like I was headed towards, or that's how my actions kind of showed themselves, you know what I mean? And the biggest part, which honestly looking back, I'm so ashamed to even say that I used to say this out loud proudly and I argued for it, but that's when my preference for Asian men came in. I was like, I'm not even really that attracted to black men, or maybe physically I am, but I don't even see myself romantically involved with a black person. It wasn't that I couldn't see myself with a black person. Looking back, now I can say this. It was I couldn't see myself dating any of the, not any, but a solid majority of the black men that were at my school, because they all kind of had this vibe to them. It was the typical, like, I don't know, like the stereotype, and that's unfortunate to say, and it's really no hate or disrespect to them, but it's just kind of the circumstances of just our parenting and where we got this from and stuff like that, and again, the perpetuating of these ideas. So it's like, I'm not blaming y'all, but this is kind of how it was, this is how it felt. So yeah, I felt like I was like, I'm all set, you know. I tend to like Asian people more, blah blah, but little did I know it wasn't that I had a preference for Asian men because I liked Asian men better, that they had better qualities. It was just simply within my school, my high school, not even town, whatever state, the men I liked typically tended to be Asian because our interests were more aligned than what the majority of the black interest was in my school. And that does not represent by any means the black population at all as a whole. And that's why I'm saying I'm so grateful for social media, where people are being able to connect more with people that relate to them. Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. I just had my sister come in and check to see if my phone was still recording, because I was like, damn, I'm spitting right now, so let me make sure it's actually being caught. But what was I saying? I gotta stop. Sorry, I keep like having interruptions. Okay, but I think I was saying, like, yeah, like, I'm thankful to social media because like now we're seeing more communities, and now I'm able to see, oh, there are other black people that do have the same interests as me, and it's not just, oh, I just relate to more Asian things, blah blah. That's another thing too. I hope I'm making that clear. It's not even that I just tend to have more things in common with Asians, so that's why I thought I liked them or whatever. It was just that at my school specifically, again, it was literally black and Asian, so it's like if I wasn't vibing with the black people, the only other category left for me was Asians, and I don't think I was realizing that, which is why I was like, oh, my preference is Asian people, blah blah. Looking back, I'm like, damn, that was such an internalized thing. But that's the whole point of this video. That's why I'm saying perpetuating this whole idea that there's a one particular way to be black, or certain things that make you black and other things that make you not black and invalidate your blackness. It's such a harmful thing to do, because that is why you have people like me or whatever having these identity crises. It's like, oh wait, shit, like, am I not being black the right way? Am I doing this wrong? Am I just being like a whitewashed person, or am I being this, or am I Koreaboo, am I wee, blah blah, like I was saying. And when you have all those thoughts in your head, that shit is so, I don't know, it just makes you feel so bad about yourself. Like I just felt bad with myself. I was like, damn, like, I don't know, like, just shit, like I'm a bad black person. I'm being a fail at being black. And how do you fail at being who you are at the race? Like I didn't think that the melanin or your skin tone came with qualifications, but that's what it felt like. And when you're thinking about that shit, it's sad, but then on the outside it more manifests as mad. You're just like, well, you know, fuck everyone, because they're talking about I'm not this, I'm not cool enough, you know? And that's when you get that internalized anti-blackness, and that's when you have that coonshipness. And that's what I'm saying. That's why in this title I said I was on the verge of being a coon, or like I really thought I was a coon. I was like, god damn, I hate black people. I was like, they're just so problematic. But again, little did I know that was just in my little small bubble of a town, and that's why I hate it here. I want to leave. So, I mean, that plus a lot of other reasons, but our town just has this mentality regardless of race. And that's the thing too, I was only looking at the Asian people that resembled me and like my similarities and stuff like that, but I was completely ignoring the whole other Asian community that resonated with like that other black experience, because again, not every race comes in one specific type. They were like the cool types, and you know, sneakerheads, blah blah. It's not even a race thing in my town. It's literally just my whole town has this materialistic point of view on life, and just, I don't know, we're all gonna be the same copycats of each other but think that we're different. And I just fucking hate it here. Quite simply, I can't. I'm over it, you know. I just need to be, this is a whole different, never mind, I'm gonna leave. Anyways, blackness. So I think that's basically it. I thought this video was gonna be longer, no bullshit, but I guess in conclusion, it's just we need to stop acting like there's only one way to be black correctly, or that's in a acceptable way, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really harmful. I'm lucky I was able to have people that were like, nah, do you like what you like, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was like a small amount, or that I was able to still have in my mind, try to be true to yourself, even though I did get lost in the sauce a couple of times periodically here and there, but I still had something in me telling me, nah, like, you still gotta like what you like. Even if it was on some shit like in public, I'd be listening to Lil Wayne, but then in my bed, I was actually listening to Demi Lovato, you know? Honestly, again, I'm not even gonna act like I did. Like, I genuinely do love all music, though, like most types. I don't really listen to rap as much nowadays as I used to, but I like how it sounds, like I fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. I will heavily listen to some old ass shit, you know what I'm saying? But again, like I was saying earlier, my whole issue was that it was kind of forced onto me, so I feel like I didn't really have a choice but to like it. I'm glad it was, in a way, because maybe I wouldn't have gravitated towards that type of music back in the day if it wasn't for that outside push. But I think it's just, in conclusion, let people be what they are and let people do what they want to do and stop trying to force an experience onto black people. And I'm sure this applies to a lot of other races too. We've heard this before, stop perpetuating stereotypes, you know, them shits are harmful. It doesn't matter if it's a good or if it's just a funny one, if it's a quirky one. It's like, nah, like, because why was I really studying twerking, bro, in 7th grade? 6th grade, 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, I was practicing shaking my ass because, like, I'm a black girl and I don't know how to twerk. Not only that, I'm a Caribbean girl, I'm a Haitian girl, black girl, and I don't know how to twerk. I was like, I gotta get this shit going, you know? I mean, now I can, you know, I got a little movement or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it was still like, why was I ever taking it that deep, you know what I'm saying? Why was I making that shit like, oh, if I don't know how to do this, I'm not black? Like, that's just not, that's not okay, that's not right. And again, for the sake of everyone growing up and all the little kids that might be watching this, or just like preteen, teenagers, people in high school, middle school, whatever, whoever this is gonna reach, I really want you to know that you are valid in your own decisions. Your truth is your truth. Whatever you like is what you like, what you love is what you love, and that's really no one else's business. And that applies to everything else too, you know what I'm saying? Love is love, but you know, just don't feel like you have to play this part to be successful at what you were born as, you know what I'm saying? You are who you are, and that's not really for people to change. Obviously, we are, I don't want to say 50-50, but for the sake of this, I don't really remember the percentages. We are almost equally as much nature as we are nurture, and our personalities and who we are come from a lot of the combos, but it's really all about just doing what makes you happy. That's another thing I've been really realizing this year. You don't need to always understand why you like something. Unless it's like a problematic thing, like where I was like with me, I was like, why do I only like Asian men? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if it's like, oh, why do I like J-pop? Why do I love freaking, I don't know, classical music? Why do I love Caribbean music and I'm not Caribbean? It's like, bro, you like what you like. It is what it is. You don't have to force yourself to not like it because it doesn't make sense or it doesn't fit in with what people that look like you think. Just be you. You're valid. Love yourself. You know, in the words of BTS, you should. No, I'm not even gonna say that, man. No, for real though. Genuinely, just appreciate yourself for who you are. I don't really think I have anything else much to say. This is what happens when I actually write shit down. Like, I can just get my point across very quickly and easily and not like blurred and messed up. Please comment down below, bro, if you feel me, if you have been where I don't know if you heard that crack, bro. I don't know what the hell I just did to my wrist, but that shit hurted. But my bones are a different story. Anyways, sorry about that. If you relate, comment down below. Tell me about your experience. What did you agree with in here? What didn't you agree with? Please let me know. I'm interested. I'll read your stories. I just feel like I really have to get this off my chest because I know people talk about this a lot, but I haven't really seen YouTube videos about this. I usually see like the generalization of stereotypes, but I just wanted to get a little bit more specific and talk about the black experience. Because I feel like as a community, we've been talking about this a lot recently in this past year. Pandemic giving everyone time to think and reflect and shit. Shout out to you. So yeah, just let me know, and I think that's it. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Oh, I'm so excited. I have so many good ideas, bro. I keep forgetting y'all don't know my good ideas until I actually record it and post it, so just stay tuned because I got a lot of shit to say, and I don't know, I just feel like I be spitting hot shit. I'm not even gonna hold you, you know, call me cocky, conceited, whatever, I don't know, it's confidence, but just stay tuned because I got some good shit coming y'all way. Hopefully this video is edited and posted within the next couple of days. And I'll just catch y'all in the next video. I love you guys. Appreciate ya. I'm at a pinball trying to call them on you. Where's the time gone, baby? It's so wrong, all of my journey to do. If happy ever after didn't exist, I would still be holding you like this. All those fairy tales are full of it. One more stupid love song and I'll be sick. I don't think he said that. And I'll be sick. One more stupid love song, I'll be sick. Now I'm at a payphone.